Hello, stamping friends. I am Brenda Hillard, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in north central Minnesota. And welcome to another episode of Create with Brenda. I am excited to share my card with you today. It's a Valentine's card, but you wouldn't have to stamp the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment on the inside. You could do something really cute, and I'll show you the stamp set here in just a minute, that you could switch up your inside sentiment. I also want to share with you that the mini catalog has been live since January 5th. So we're almost a whole month into the mini catalog already. And Sale-a-Bration. Sale-a-Bration is, we are like 5 weeks, and Sale-a-Bration is over, kaput, done. Sale-a-Bration means for every $50 increment you spend in product, you get to pick free items from the Sale-a-Bration brochure. There is no limit on how many products you can pick from the catalog. So without further ado, let's get started. Today I'm going to share a really fun Valentine that uses the Friendly Gnomes. It can be found on page 40 on the inside of the January through April mini catalog. It coordinates with the dies that were in the August through December mini, and they were called the gnome dies. So is how this is coded, or how you know how this works, is these little figurines that are in they're color coded. They're kind of an off-white or even maybe a pinkish tint. Those are the stamps that will fit the dies. So this little guy right here with the heart, we're going to be using him, and him, her, or it, whatever you want to, however we think this little gnome identifies. And then I'm going to use the love you sentiment. Now, like I was saying, you wouldn't necessarily have to make this a Valentine's card. You could have love you all over the outside, like I'm going to do, and then on the inside have there's gnome one better than you. I think that would work really well too. So let me show you the card that I'm going to do or demonstrate here today. Here's our card, and is what you'll need, or the color combination I've gone with, is basic gray and the Sweet Sorbet inks. I have the Sweet Sorbet Stamp and Blend alcohol markers, light and dark. I have a blending brush, which we now have the regular size, which this is the regular size. And then this is the new small blending brush. So you can see the difference in size. And I have the in color baker's twine. I'm using the Sweet Sorbet. I don't know if I have enough left on this spool, so I have another one to back us up there. I'm going to be using, like I said, the Friendly Gnomes stamp set, which now I don't even know where I put my gnome, but that's okay. You saw the stamp set in the catalog along with the dies. Oh, here it is. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, 14 stamps, and it is just cute. And then, last but not least, I'm going to be using the limited edition cling stamp set. I love this. And you can just stamp that right on the back of your card and like sign your card if you want to. Or if you sell your cards, the angel policy is that you have to have your copyrighted Stampin' Up. So this limited edition set can be found in the annual catalog, and it's just really kind of cute. You'll see me put it into action here in just a minute. The pieces of cardstock is a piece of basic white thick that measures 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. A basic white envelope. I have a piece of sweet sorbet that measures, I have to think about this, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Yeah, 5 1/8. And then this is 3 3/4 by 5. I'll put the measurements down below in the description, so don't worry about that. And then I have just a scrap of basic white for stamping. Okay, stamping, die cutting. All right, so let's start with this piece. I'm going to bring in my basic gray. I want to ink up my little gnome. He's so cute. He, she, it. I'm just going to stamp that down. So there we have him. And then I took the dark. I want to put something under here. As you know, when you use alcohol based markers, they bleed through the paper. They're supposed to bleed through the paper. So that's why you want to have these little silicone mats work great. I'm just going to outline my heart with the dark sweet sorbet. Okay. And then I'm going to take the lighter color and I'm just going to blend in my edges. So when that dries, you will see that it is very nicely shaded. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the coordinating dies. Remember the gnome dies from the previous catalog, which was the August through December. My little die, I'm just going to use my Post-it tape to hold it in place, and then we can run it through the die cutting machine and we get this. Isn't he cute? I love him. All right, I'm going to set him off to the side for right now. I want to bring in our 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of basic white. I'm going to take our sweet sorbet ink. I'm going to ink up my blending brush. I want to start down here in the bottom corner because I want my color darker, and then it gets, whoops, I didn't really want that brush mark on there, but you know what? It's going to be just fine. I'll just kind of blend it out. But I just want it to kind of be darker down here at the bottom and then lighter as it goes up. So I think I've accomplished that. Next, I'm going to take that little Love You stamp from the Friendly Gnomes. So this one right here. I'm going to ink that up using the sweet sorbet, and I'm just going to start stamping randomly, moving up toward the top right corner of my card. Okay, so like I said, it's just random, and you can see that those little words are in there. I want to take my twine. I'll see if I have enough on here. I don't know if I do or not, but I like to have my end down here at the bottom. I'm going to wrap it around 3 times. So 1, 2, not enough twine. Let's do that one more time. Start with your end down here. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to tie it in a little bow. just like that. Ooh, I must have a delivery here. My little puppy is alerting me that somebody's at the door. That's exciting. All right, so I'm going to trim those. And now I've got my little twine on there. I'm going to bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals and my Take Your Pick tool. And see, that's why you want something down underneath when you're coloring, because it does bleed through. Take my backs off. There we go. And I'm just going to put my cute little guy right here on my card. Now, before I go any further, I want to bring in my Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to add some sparkle to the heart that he's holding. And then I also want to take my Wink of Stella and I'm just going to hit it on the cap. And is what that's doing is just adding a spray of sparkle to the front of my card. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on camera or not, but it's there and it's pretty. I'm going to flip it over, add some more Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. I always like to put that one in the center so that it doesn't sag. It keeps that layer of my card nice and level. Okay. I'm going to bring in my Sweet Sorbet layer. I'm just going to center this on just like that. Okay, and then let's bring in our hearts. These are the heart pearls, and so you have kind of a matte finish, you have a shiny pearl, and then you have just it's like a, it's shiny, but it's not pearlized like these are. I decided I liked the matte. I felt like we had enough sparkle. I don't know if that's possible, but I felt like there was sparkle from the Wink of Stella. That was just fine with our card. So I added the rule of 3 of our little embellishments. And then I'm going to take our Stampin' Seal and just add the adhesive onto the Sweet Sorbet layer. Oops, we didn't bone folder our card. So I'm going to match up my edges and just give that a good crease on my 5.5-inch score line. And I can add this right to the front of our card. So there it is. Isn't it cute and simple, right? So now on the inside, let's bring in the Happy Valentine's Day. This comes from the Country Lane floral collection. I need my Sweet Sorbet ink. You guys, I swear things are sitting right in front of me today and I am not able to find them. There it is. I put my silicone mat on top of it. All right. We have our 2023 Spring Retreat coming up this Saturday, January 28th at the Dennis Drummond Wine Company. So you have to forgive me. My mind is just kind of like, where am I? Where am I? These little hearts come from the Country Lane floral collection. I love those little hearts. I think they're just the perfect thing. So while I've got them out, I'm going to take the flap of my envelope and give those a little heart as well. And then the finale is that fun stamp set I was telling you about, this limited edition. And I thought this Made with Love was the perfect stamp for this card. So I'm going to ink that up and just stamp it right on the back of my card. How cute is that? There's like everything lovey about this card, right? So this is the one I just completed. And then here is the one that I showed you prior to starting. So I hope you love this blending technique with the die cut. Give it a try. Be sure to post your creations over on my Facebook page at Create with Brenda Crafters. And each month using the hashtag January23. And at the end of the month, which is coming really fast, it's only 8 days away, I will do a drawing for a prize. So each time you post your creations there, you get an entry into the drawing. Until next time, bye for now.